Welcome back, everybody. It seems legit, the pod. As you can see, myself, Sean, back again. Got my lovely cousin, Jarrell, a.k.a. Wonder here. How are you, my brother?
Doing well today, thank you, bro.
Good. I see you're wearing that hideous shirt, but we won't get into that. I guess Halloween is soon, so, people are dressing up.
Yes, they are.
So what are you meant to be saying? How you been? You all right?
Yes, good, thanks. You?
You asked how I am.
Ask me.
You're so staged. You're so staged, isn't he?
I must be dreaming, man. What's going on? It is super hot in here, people.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
very
going to
warm.
be complete. It is super hot. It's a Sunday. My team didn't do so well. Someone's team did not too bad this weekend. But listen, we keep it moving. This is the only podcast that encourages you to open your mind and stay curious. So I'm going to jump in, as always, with a question to both of you.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do you think money changes who you are or exposes who you are? Anyone you can answer first, I don't mind.
I'm going to do what I always do. Are we talking about a significant amount of money, or are we talking about not having any money?
Does money change or expose who you are?
Well, sure, it would have to be like life-changing
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Because we've all got money.
Hey guys, hey Gordon, let's third time. I'm gonna try. This is what these lot do every single episode. Every single episode, they ask some kind of like in between. What's
I'm
this?
just looking for
Does money change?
clarification.
Does money change you, or does it expose who you always and really are?
I'm going to expose.
You think exposed?
I think it exposes you for who you are, good and bad. If you're generally good-hearted and want to do good, having money will only allow you to do that, and maybe encourage you to do that. But if you have a bad heart, no good intentions, and maybe greedy to some sort of extent, it will expose that. So I'm going to exposes who you are.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree. I think it would expose who you are for the good and bad. I think obviously there's good people who, with good money, would do good things, and I think there's bad people, maybe not bad people, but people who might not have the right intentions with money, and it might expose a darker side to them.
Yeah, agreed.
So we're definitely not going with it doesn't change anyone.
I don't think it changes you, it just brings out characteristics of you that are already underlining, that are already there. It may change what you wear. You may not go for Primark and shop. You might now go to Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all of the higher brands. But that's only, you can only go and be attracted to that if you're attracted to that and aspire to have them things
In the first
before
place,
you've come into money.
Yeah.
I think.
What do you think?
Both.
Can't say
Can't
both.
have
You said
both.
change your expose.
Oh no, do you know, only because what you two are saying, and I do hear it, like the exposure part. But then I was thinking, the amount does make a difference, obviously. But even in a small amount, I think it can change you. And I think when I say change, not only just for the bad, but for the good also. I think it can change your perspective on certain things that you may be buying because you have the money, but you don't really need. But the change is because you have it now, you're doing it. Now you're buying the Louis Vuitton. Now you're doing this. You don't need it. And I don't know if that's an exposure or a change.
Okay.
Do you see my point?
Yeah, I think that's an exposing. You expose because unless you have never had aspirations to own a nice car or anything like that, then it's not exposing who you are. Then that is a significant change because you've never had aspirations.
Yes.
But if you, like for me, if I made ridiculous amounts of money or whatever it might be, I'd be like, I want to go on more holidays or more lavish holidays. But I already go on holidays, so it's not changing me.
That's
but
exposing more to
do you know what I mean?
to what you'll be able to do.
If I just suddenly was like, I want to do some random thing that I've never had dreamed of, I'm going to own a boat. I think that would be a change because I've never had an aspiration to own a boat. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But because now I have this ridiculous amount of money.
Subconsciously you probably have.
Nah.
Okay.
Because I don't like. I would never go on. I don't like a cruise. I wouldn't go on a cruise because I don't like being over. I can fly, that's fine, but being over a body of water on a boat just seems something I haven't really wanted to do it yet.
I never knew that.
So I think that would be a change for me in my perspective. I have this amount of money now, so I'm going to do that.
my next birthday, I'm doing a cruise, bro. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll see you there with your life jacket. You know what I mean?
I'm a fantastic swimmer.
Yeah,
I'm one of the better swimmers out of the group, actually.
You're quite a good swimmer.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
know
one
what?
of the better swimmers out of the
quick
group.
story time. Seeing as we're talking about swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready today, man. True story, guys. How old were we? We must have been about, I want to say, a 12, 11.
Yeah,
We're in Africa. He already knows what I'm talking about. Before I even said it. Me and Jarrell in Africa, Gambia. We used to go to this thing called Saturday School where they would teach us about Black education, Black history. Really, really good thing. We used to hate it because it was Saturday, but we look back on it now and we appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're in the sea, and I can swim, he can swim, and we're kind of like far out, not crazy. And so we're swimming, we're chatting, treading water and that. And I'm like, hey, bro. He's like, what's that? I'm like, something's like wrapping around my leg. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, man. So I'm trying to look in this water, and he's like, what is it, man? I said, I don't know, but it's kind of like stinging. So I'm trying to get this thing off my ankle, and it goes around my wrist. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, and obviously I can't really swim with one arm. Anyway, imagine this. I look up. Guess where your boy is at, man? He already shaking his leg out the shore. You know what I'm saying? Getting his towel around him. And it was a good distance. Left me. I had to scrap whatever it was. Whatever.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Hey, listen.
No,
So
we're not
yeah.
gonna put your hand over there.
Listen, I promise you, by the time it was wrapped around my wrist and I looked up, I see him at the beach. I was there, shaking himself off. I was there, towel. Saying, hey, your boy might need help.
Dude.
And I'm struggling. I'm there.
That's what it is. I went for help, man.
Hey, listen.
I went for an adult.
Wow.
Don't ask me what you have to do at the end of that because
Fight or flight, boy.
you have to because it stings. Obviously.
What was it?
I think it was jellyfish.
Jellyfish, yeah.
Yeah.
And was it the same one that was attached to your arm?
Yeah, so what happened was, obviously I've gone near it and it's wrapped around my ankle, around like my leg. So then I've grabbed it thinking, what is it? Because it was stinging and then it's wrapped around here. And I had like a mark before. I don't know if it's still there. And then obviously now I'm trying to scrap this thing and trying to swim. Obviously.
Aren't they poisonous?
Yeah.
What, the top of the heads?
No, not the top. You shouldn't Finding Nemo.
Yeah. And they jump on the top, so it's the... Okay.
Hey, trust me. It's not the film
What
episode.
do you have to pee on it.
I had to rip it off and get out of there.
You have to pee on it.
Yeah. And then you have to pee
Often.
you have to pee on your on the where it's got.
Did you?
Nah,
Yeah,
I don't think that's actually a true thing. Yeah.
I think
So
it is,
you
you know.
just peed.
No,
So
I don't think-
talking
I
about
think
something else
that's
that's
gone.
not true, we were talking about this has gone left.
I know this has gone left.
Talking
So left.
about these XL pit bulls
Yeah.
Oh.
and how they're attacking people and stuff like that. So we were talking about it with the football dads, and we were talking about how when a dog grips onto you and they get jaw lock, how you release the jaw lock. So
I know the answers to that question.
which is what? Because I want to see if I know what I think.
It involves your finger
and a
and,
bum
and,
hole.
and a bum hole. Yeah.
That's what I heard. It's a myth.
No way.
It's not true.
But someone just made it
Someone
up. So
did it.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And they had doo-doo on their hand. And
Someone
the
did it for
dog didn't let
banter,
go.
and
I
everybody
don't
has
know. I
been.
don't.
Bro, imagine all that. Imagine you're shoving your hand and then the dog's just like, I don't care.
Well, the dog's looking back at you like,
What are you doing?
Dogs like it. Dogs like it again.
Wait, it just makes the dog more aggressive. He just starts ripping up everything.
Apparently it's a myth. That's what I said. And then all the football dads would just rip it out of me. Now every now and then I get messages from one of the football dads with just a dog and a...
Oh, I'm glad you made that mistake and not me. I actually thought it was that.
I thought it was.
Damn,
My brother-in-law
this whole
told
time.
me. I know.
He
Myths.
got you sick.
I know.
It's a myth. It's
I
a
know.
myth.
Apparently, anyway. But yeah, go on.
Anyway.
We'll start the episode now, guys.
Hey, talking about myths, I guess that kind of comes in slightly. Today, I wanted us to discuss mythical creatures that have always been around in our, I say in our lives, I mean in terms of media, Disney films, shows, whatever it is, we've always known of many mythical creatures. And I want to discuss them because I feel like, were these all made up? You know, like when we really deep it, you look at the old school Nordic and the Vikings and everything else, there's always talk of dragons. There's always written or picture, whatever they used to do, of dragons. And that's just one I can think of. You know, was it just a made up thing? Or was it something else that they did see that
Based
was
on.
similar to that? You know, so Yeah, let's go in. Let's go in with the first one. I think we should do is the mermaids. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because there's a video that I was watching of some guys in like a submarine, and there's this mermaid that kind of comes out and puts its hand like on the glass, but they're deep underwater, and then it kind of goes and something puts its hand, but it's deep underwater. We're gonna roll the video. Let's roll the video.
Yeah.
Let that roll.
Proof that mermaids are real. This video was taken during the submarine expedition in the Greenland Sea. When it pans over, you're gonna look at the guy's right shoulder and you'll see a fin. Here. This is what the second camera got.
Body recovered was incomplete, but based on the remains that were taken from us, it looks like the same species.
I just knew I was looking into the face of another intelligence, another species like us.
Anyway, we're back in. So, let that roll for a second. We're back in.
Yeah.
So, that kind of thing, I'm like, I know you can edit everything, but these were like proper scientist guys going down. They weren't exploring for gold. They weren't ghost hunting. They weren't mermaid hunting. Do you know what I mean? What's your guys' thoughts and stuff like that?
On mermaids in particular.
Yeah.
I think I would believe in mermaids.
You what, sorry?
I would believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the mythical ones. I would think, like, you know, there's some you think, oh, I just don't believe that one. But I think with that and how vast the ocean is and how much of our planet is made up of water and how deep, I could believe if someone said, like, oh, we was down at some ridiculous depth and, you know, there was mermaids or whatever.
Yeah. I think if we believe that there are things that live above us, like in another universe and in a higher... we but have to believe that there is something that lives underwater. I mean, we don't even realise how big the ocean and the seas and stuff are and how far down they go. And
I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 80%
Of
undiscovered.
Which that's mad. Do you know how much that is? That's mad.
And think about how long we've been here.
yeah.
You know, apparently,
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
And
Like,
what we've discovered in that 20%,
Yes.
there has to be
But
something
I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw a video on Insta and it was NASA or someone, they first started exploring the sea,
They did.
whenever it was,
Yeah.
and it was like the video was like, but what they found down there was so mad, that it went up. They started exploring space
Outside
instead.
of us.
Yeah,
Didn't they try to blow it? What?
I don't know what they tried to do.
Something was under there, but there was like a huge explosion that NASA sent down there
Swear.
Yeah.
to try and
trialing missiles, whatever.
or something.
Yeah.
So whatever they found down there scared them enough
that
to
they went up.
think,
That they went up.
we're done with the sky, the ocean. Let's go to the sky.
Let's go to the sky.
I want to know what.
Oh, listen.
What is there?
Now, do you want to know what?
I do.
You want to know
it's
what
on our, it's
scared them that much that they are trying to get off the planet?
Because then we can prepare for it. I can't. Oh. But better the devil you know, right? It's been there for so long. They haven't done us any damage or tried to like threaten us in any way. Or arrogance is bliss.
Or do we feed it and keep it happy?
Yeah, there could be two parts.
As in, like, they don't want to be exposed. Whatever.
Maybe it could be very similar to on Earth, on ground. You have tribes who are like they don't want to be. They're happy doing what they're doing with their sticks and their hunting, all just normal tribal. They're happy to do that.
Yeah.
It could be very much the same for if there is some sort of, and I'm getting into like Atlantis talk here. If there is some sort of community or population or whatever down there of different creatures, perhaps they're just like, you stay out of our way and we'll stay out of your way.
Yeah, we can all
Could
live
be very
cohabit.
much
Can
like
we
that.
do that? We've done it for
because
so far.
you already know how we are as human beings, man. We wanna overtake and control everything as much as we can amongst ourselves, let alone anything else. You know, animals didn't get the choice about whether we're going to cut down their home.
Rainforests and
habitat.
that.
They don't
Kill
get the
them.
choice of that. We need it, so guess what? So
taking it.
the ocean, we're probably lucky that we ain't found nothing that we really need to go down there for yet.
Yeah.
But the second
on
that we
that
do,
scale.
yeah, not on that
Yeah.
scale. But yeah, 80% is huge. The next video talking about mermaids, and this is a really good one. So they put, I don't know when this was, they put a camera, I forgot what, the GoPro on a shark.
Okay.
I think we've seen this one.
Yeah. To put the GoPro on the shark goes down, and they're just obviously watching. And there's a clip where you see this figure, and it's you can clearly see it has a tail, but it has shoulders and arms.
Wow. So it's a mermaid of what we know of a mermaid, right?
Right.
Okay.
And it's like, well, if we're just going to go by what we've seen on that, then what could that be? Because there's nothing that we've been able to find or identify that has any of those features.
Yeah.
It's not a dolphin, people might try and say. It's not a shark, obviously. So what could it actually be other than? But maybe mermaids aren't actual like human body. Maybe they are some sort of still fish body, but with a human looking structure. And this is why I want to go to this point. I feel like a lot of these myths are probably things that are not exactly that, but are close to that.
Yeah.
Because ultimately is this, if it is a human body, that technically doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because we use lungs and we need air in it. Is actually, and they'll need to be a mammal. They'll need to be coming up. So
Unless they have gills.
Unless they have gills. So that would change it. So yeah, I know you said no. I'm gonna go with a yes on it. I never used to.
What?
With the mermaid.
You believe?
I think
Yeah, I
so.
said yeah.
I was going to say this because there was an episode we
I said no.
that wasn't aired, and we asked, "Is there anything supernatural?"
Yeah.
or
He did.
Extra.
I said no.
And he said
Yeah.
mermaids is the only
So you
one
changed
that
your
you
mind?
didn't.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
why the shift now?
From what I've looked at, from what I've seen, a bit of research on some of the stuff, and don't get me wrong, there are some stuff that just looks silliness, but there was another one as well, and this is all going to come up, obviously, where these guys found this remains of a skeleton on a beach. I think you guys already understand, especially you, Simi. You know what I mean? I don't think you guys really understand it. So this, cut this out, I don't know, but this is one of the remains that people have found, right? Recent, like not that long ago.
Okay.
And it's like, well, what
Sorry.
what
Wanna
could
zoom
that
in?
be?
Wow.
But it's got like a skull and a rib cage
And then like a tail.
and a tail. That's
we'll
what
put
that
that
is.
over so the viewers can see that
Yeah,
as well.
we'll put it on so they can see it. So like, and this is the one with the shark and the mermaid, just so you can see. And we'll pause this up. Wanda, you seen this one?
Yeah,
right?
I've seen that one.
One sec, man, because it's kind of dark for you still. There we go.
You can see a human body with a fishtail swimming in the water.
Yeah, you can.
And even the motion of it, it's a flap. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a
Wiggle.
Yeah, it's not a wiggle.
Yeah.
It's a movement like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to it. After doing some more research and just seeing and looking forward, because again, it's one of these things with everything. It's almost like until you probably start opening your mind and looking at certain things, it's very easy to just be like closed off. I said mermaids. I think that's one of the fakest myths ever. Until then, I was like, let me just maybe take a look at some of the stuff and then decide for myself after looking.
Yeah.
It changed my mind. Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, and there's been fishermen and things that have reported very strange things in the ocean. But I'm gonna go to another mythical creature here. This isn't new, because back in the day they used to talk about giant squids and krakens and all these giant monsters with tentacles that would attack ships. That's what they used to talk about. But we right now say, oh no, they're mythical creatures. But there are such things as giant squid,
Yeah.
which are huge.
Yeah.
And if things were bigger than what they were beforehand,
They might be even bigger now.
I've got a video of them finding a squid. I don't know where it is. I think it's maybe in Asia, that was attacking boats.
Okay.
And it's huge. And when they're grabbing it out of the water, it's actually grabbing another like fish and stuff. Like it's massive.
It's that big.
It's absolutely huge. And it's stuff like that. I just think we really need to kind of question, are all these mythical creatures fake?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was one. The mermaids one, yeah, changed my mind on that.
That's cool.
Interesting.
I know,
Yeah,
changed my
that's
mind,
cool.
And this is a little side note. Obviously, I went to Portugal this week. This week I was in Portugal, and I went to a place called Sintra, which is in Lisbon, and it's this huge palace almost. And there's this guy who had, obviously he was rich, and he made loads of architectural messages. He even had this thing that you go down in like a hell. Like this spiral. You saw that. Yeah. It's like a spiral. And what it was for is that there was different exits, but like you had to go in it blindfolded, and you would have to find which one was like purgatory, which one was heaven, which one was... Yeah, it was deep because he had a lot of time and he believed in that stuff. And they took a lot of ideas from different places, which is another conversation. But he had this thing, it's going to bug me. He has this huge like... Did
you go down the staircase? Of
course I did. He has this huge like statue of this creature called like a... Not a titan or... it's something.
Titan that's the big...
No, it's not like that. It's like it's a like a mermaid creature.
Send it to us, yeah.
I need to send it to you.
A siren.
You did.
What's the difference between a siren? So this might be off track.
Is it a siren?
I've heard. What's a siren? What is a siren?
I think it's that.
A siren is very much like a mermaid, but does one of them shriek or something and sing? And it's the myth is that they. So like it would pull fishermen down if they heard the song and that. Is that the same?
I think that's
ringing a bell.
And I was like, but he's got this big sculpture of it, of what it looks like. And I was like, going back to why I wanted to have this conversation, I was like, so where did he get the idea from? You know, or where did they get the idea from? Was this they all just sat there and said, hey, let's just make this up?
Yeah.
Or was there actually something, you know? But I think it is a siren.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe.
I might be wrong, but yeah, huge statue of it. And I was like, it's kind of creepy. And it's like a man, but of like fish legs, kind of like tentacles.
It reminds me of like the Starbucks logo. Because
It
that's a mermaid.
It is basically like that, but a male kind of body. The Starbucks is a mermaid. I didn't think about that actually, yeah. It is like that.
Side,
literally like that. It's,
there you go, yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's a mermaid. It's a mermaid. So, anyways, moving on. Next mythical creature. Dragons. What are we saying?
Dragons.
I think back in the day, yeah, maybe. Like way back, like dinosaur times, maybe.
Makes sense.
Because technically it's just a flying lizard, isn't it?
That breathes fire.
Adaptations.
Could it be a pterodactyl?
I don't know how big a pterodactyl was compared to the size of a dragon.
I mean, yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like, could it have been something like that?
But again, lots of myths and stories. Even like, what's the George? There's a British one who he fights a dragon or something. Yeah. Isn't there? One of the saints fights a dragon.
There's a knight.
The Welsh one, is it? I don't know. Might need to fact check that. But I'm sure there's a British thing where one of the knights or saints fights a dragon and stuff, and that's a UK thing. Like,
dragons for me is the one that, and it could be because I don't know much about it. Much like your reasoning for the mermaids, I don't know much about it. There's not much out there apart from the movies. But then if I don't believe in it, that's what I'm going to say. That's the one that I lean towards not believing in so much. However, if it's out there and it's in movies and there's films being made about it, just like there are mermaids and aliens and everything else, why would that one not be real? But all of the rest
are you asking yourself that question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, if you want to.
No, I hear it. Yeah. And it does get to that part of like, because it's almost like, can I believe in one and not the other? I do get that. But I think that is also a trap in itself, because we are not gullible people to believe that every single thing is real. That's not who I am, and I don't believe that's who you two are. So there's going to be elements of things that aren't real. But this is what I was talking about with this episode, especially. I feel like they may not be the exact same things of what they are represented as, but I do believe that there had to have been an idea or something has seen for you to get to that kind of representation of it.
Yeah, and all the dragons look the same.
I mean,
in a way.
You seen Game of Thrones?
They all fly.
You seen House of Dragon?
Yeah.
You have not seen House of Dragon?
No, I have.
All dragons.
And
don't
every
look the
dragon looks
same.
the same.
Basically, okay, you've got one that are bigger, the ones that are smaller, the ones that are more powerful. But they all
And you watch
have
Harry
wings.
Potter, like
No, I
the
don't
Goblet of
watch
Fire
Harry
and that. Like, what's going on
I
here?
don't watch Harry
I said
Potter.
all dragons
Do
are
they
the
not all
same.
look the same?
No.
No.
Really? So when I say to you a dragon, do you not
What
think...
all creature looks like the exact same? They all have differences.
Okay, but if I said to you a dragon, you would think, as you said, like a lizard with wings.
I would think a red dragon.
Okay, but that's details. That's like a red dragon, black dragon,
But you
pink
can-
dragon.
But you can
But I'm
get
saying
like.
the overall
Nah.
vision of a dragon, right?
I mean,
No?
ish. Yeah, I understand. What
Yeah,
I understand your point.
They all
Yeah.
have wings.
I understand your point.
Fly.
Teeth,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean in that sense. Yeah.
And that going on with what we were saying with the mermaids, they all may differ a little bit, but they've all got the tail and a human-like
Frame.
torso.
Yeah, and body. Yeah, and head.
So it's got to come from somewhere.
Here's a question for you both. Why do you think that you get in ancient history in different parts of the world, they're all talking about having things like dragons? Because it's not just a Viking thing. I just use that as an example.
I think with the dragons is like thing. Like, I think they would, if they were real, they were killed off by that humans got rid of them. Imagine having something that can fly around and destroy massive.
At a blink of an eye.
At a blink of an eye, do you know what I mean? So they went dragon hunting and they got rid of them. Like, you'd have to get rid of something like that because
we would not be the predator.
You can have a
not be
city.
apex
You can have a
predator.
city, and the dragons will come up, everything done.
And
Do you know
in
what
the
I
House
mean?
of Dragons, they only listen to one person, right?
Well, that's the myth. That's
Oh,
the
is it?
myth. That's the myth.
But-
Look at you say you don't know about dragons. Hey, you see this liar about they only listen to one person, so you know about
I
dragons.
know a little bit from TV. From TV.
But that is the myth because
Yeah.
not only is House of Dragon about that,
But they're supposed to be really clever as well.
Game of Thrones.
But they're supposed to be really clever. Like,
Yeah.
they were supposed to be really wise in some like
Okay.
ancient stories. Like dragons were really wise.
How to Train a Dragon, man. It's a good film.
and things like
I
that.
haven't seen that.
Good film.
So
Okay. So maybe it was a threat to society. The fact that only
like you said,
dependent
the
and listen
apex,
to one person.
the apex
Yeah.
predator thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it had to have been then, something that we humans must have just decided that we're going to take out because it's too dangerous. Are there any mythical creatures that I haven't mentioned that you guys think might be real? Like
Do you know what I always, only because I think it's like the werewolves and things like that.
Vampires.
And vampires,
Do you?
yeah.
Do you believe in them?
Werewolves and vampires. Because I've watched loads of movies like, growing up and stuff. I would think they would be so not
want them
cool
to
if they were,
exist.
but if they
Yeah.
were something I would love to. I'm not sure I believe in the werewolf thing. I'm not sure.
See, I would lean more towards werewolf than vampire.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I think I would go towards.
Do you not think it would be easier to survive as a vampire
in this day and age.
in this day and age
Then a
than a
werewolf.
like
Why?
someone who can transform into a werewolf?
But
Like,
then
'cause there's
it's
too
true
much
what you're
social
saying. There
media.
are tribes out there that don't want to be found and don't want to be discovered. So if
They could-
werewolves are, maybe they've just set up somewhere proper remote and not.
And we've got to remember, they have the choice of not being a physical werewolf. It's not like, well, I say the choice. It's not like they're always a werewolf.
But is
Yeah.
that
Is that
a
the
myth?
myth?
Is that a myth, or is that they actually are werewolves all the time?
All
Like,
the time.
you
That's a
don't
good
get choice.
point.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Or
but then it
like
would
any,
be real because you get where.
but anytime there's a full
you
moon,
get a-
they have to bust check. Like you
Yeah.
have to change. Like I don't know. This is just myths, isn't it?
Oh
Like,
my god, guys, you're blowing my mind.
This is what it's about. This is what it's about. It's true. Is that just something that's been
Yeah.
thrown in that they can
Yeah,
turn
they
into
can
humans
do
and they
that.
can
Because
some
of the
them,
movies.
not all of them
Yeah.
can have the choice.
Yeah.
Moving away from Twilight, they have the choice when they can.
Yeah.
But if we're going into I don't
But
know.
they don't until they don't have a choice at the full moon. Because no matter what, you change at the full moon, don't you?
Is that in
That's what I
Twilight?
mean.
I
That's
think you do.
In
Yeah,
Twilight,
all of them,
I
yeah.
don't think they do. I think in Twilight they can just do when they want.
but they could choose like on a normal moon when they want to transition.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty sure on a full moon they don't have a choice. Everyone changes. Is that true? Don't know.
I
don't
think
know.
so. I think so.
But then we're only going off movies.
But and this is it. We're going by, and this is why we're kind of at a disadvantage because we can only go by as much as information as we've been given, and which is all from
movies and
shows
and fictional things, right? So it's tricky.
The only thing I would say though, you don't hear much about vampires and werewolves in like. I don't think I've ever seen
Someone
many
said I've seen
in
one.
social media like on like an Instagram video.
I've
do you know what I
seen
mean?
one
That's
of
what I mean.
a werewolf, and
But-
it was kind of scary.
But I
The
think
thing
how
was
many,
big.
like you said, you
Wow.
hear of all the other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never
Like,
those.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, never those. Never
that's-
ever those.
Yeah, I don't think I've. Yeah,
But here's
Interesting.
a quick one. Vampires drink blood.
mm-hmm.
And there's obviously conspiracy theories about higher power people drinking blood.
yeah, cults. Yeah.
Cults. Just throwing it out
But
there.
also,
That's
there's movies that show that they can also, like, what did you say? Twilight a minute ago. The family, they weren't specific blood drinkers like that, were they?
the vampires.
They
They-
trained themselves to be able to
Animals.
resist and do other stuff. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they'd hunt in a
Yeah.
certain way, and they'd then do animals instead of humans. So again, that's
Vampires.
finding a way to work.
I
with
think
what
I'm
you've
still.
got.
I think I'm still going to go with werewolves potentially being more real than vampires. I just feel like a vampire, if we're going by what we know of them, just too powerful.
What about you?
And there would
And it-
be something. I think there would just with today's world.
It just seems evil. And when you say vampire, you
it
assume
is true.
evil,
No,
isn't
that's
it?
Yeah.
true. It does seem evil.
You see. So if there was vampires and there was, they would just take over, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't they?
Why? What would stop him? Except for
What would stop
sunlight,
them from-
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might come as Blade.
Unless they got the ring.
I might be Blade this Halloween.
Better than Thanos.
You just got the shades.
Easy now. I got the shades. That's true. That's true. Simi, quick, last one. What's one of your mythical?
Don't know. I think now that you've mentioned werewolves and vampires, I can't think of any more.
Because you got Bigfoot, you got Loch Ness, you got
Loch Ness, I think's real.
oh,
I think Loch Ness is real. Yeah.
okay.
I've just seen quite a few things,
Interesting.
pictures. I think that's real. Bigfoot. Yeah, I think that's real too. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. Put everything in. Yeah, it's real.
I say, yeah, hold
just
that.
not dragons. Bigfoot, vampires,
Loch Ness
werewolves.
monster.
Just not a dragon. Then it's going too far now.
What about you? Any?
Oh man. Yeah, I think again when we talk about stuff like Bigfoot and Sasquatch and these types of things.
What's that? What?
Sasquatch.
What's that?
Sasquatch.
It's
It's like a different.
it's
type
like a
of,
yeti kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
But
what
a
you
big
mean.
version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I just feel like they could be just man, it's hard because now I'm saying I'm like they could just be like a type of creature, but then it's like how are they staying alive? They would have to repopulate.
That was
They
I was
have to
literally about to
populate.
ask you that. Is that
Yeah.
we've from as long as I was remembering stuff, they were talking about things like the Loch Ness monster and Bigfoot and stuff. So are they like reproducing?
Because
Yeah.
unless they're immortal,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
unless they're immortal,
What's going on here?
how can they still exist
Yeah.
after so long? So that's maybe a what do you call it? Skeptics
Yeah.
question, which is a valid question.
Yeah.
If these things are real and we haven't seen them, how are they moving away from the mermaids and stuff? That's a little bit different. But something like Loch Ness or a Yeti,
Yeah. Especially those two. I think those two. See, at least with the vampires and the werewolves, they could probably
reproduce.
create, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I've always thought about that though. See,
The
like
Loch Ness
see,
was
like vampires, they're dead technically. I mean, if we're going by the rule book,
Yeah.
right? They're dead.
Yeah.
but
So how are they?
but you
Well,
can
you just
they,
bite
they
other
turn
people,
people, don't they? They can turn people.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's how they.
turn- that's how they
They don't
continue their-
reproduce
they
like that.
reproduce.
They kind of
unless
evolve,
unless they
change,
nah
transition people.
because I'm sure in Twilight the she turns into the human has the vampire baby
And it's a hybrid baby, isn't it?
as a hybrid. Yeah.
some demon baby. I don't know
Yeah.
about all them things
Yeah.
there, but yeah, no, yeah, they could. But yeah, all the others they would need to have some kind of reproduction.
Yeah.
Which makes me I
So now I question a lot
question
more
that. Yeah.
because then how can they be real if they
Yeah.
can't reproduce?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Anyways, we're gonna go for a break. See you guys when we get back. Welcome back, everybody. Seems Legit, the pod, back from the break. These two are laughing because I'm about to fire out some quick questions at them and they don't really want to be answering it, but we're going to do it anyway. So, first question to both of you. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to speak to animals?
Every language in the world.
Why?
Your opportunities are endless. Career-wise, when you travel the world, name me one, not that anyone can speak to animals, but no one can speak every language in the world.
So you would rather that than speak to animals?
Yeah. animals, they kind of tell you, well, I'm thinking about your normal house animals, will tell you what they're feeling through little things. Nah.
It's interesting. So you're sticking with that?
Yeah. Speak every language in the world, I reckon.
I'm going to go with every language in the world as well. Yeah.
You guys know, I chose, when I first saw that question, I chose animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you like animals that much?
Yeah.
That you think you'd... Yeah?
And also, hear this out, if we're talking about, obviously, mythical things and things that we don't know or can't see or wherever it is, bro, I could ask one of my killer whales, like my orcas, hey, bro, like what happens? What's going on? What do you guys see? What's going on around there? Yeah, I get your opportunity financially. You're going to be able to do all those things, obviously speaking loads of languages in the world. But I just feel like there's more for me being able to speak to so many animals. Like, I feel like I feel like I could just learn more from it than speaking other human languages.
I mean, you could have an army of animals.
I mean, I'm about to say I could get into a financial kind of benefit
could take over
from
the world.
that.
Yeah.
Could take over the world.
Technically speaking. You know what I mean? 1,000 rats all over. You wouldn't even know where to look. You're going to disrespect me? 1,000 rats?
Hey, what's that question that we was going to we need to answer me that one time though.
That question is cold. I just remember
there's a question, where it's like, you are in an arena. Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
There's like
hunter
with a rifle. Yeah, there's like 10,000 rats. There's
50
hawks. Yeah, 50 hawks.
Like 10
bear,
10 gorillas,
10 gorillas, and like 3 bears. Or
and I
think
like some alligators. Yeah,
let's say and the question is, you could pick 2 of them to defend you, and the others come to hunt,
come to kill you.
Yeah. Which 2 are you picking? In our group chat, we was busting jokes on this question for about 40-50 minutes, arguing about what we think would be the best solution for this.
Hey, do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what?
We need to put that on the story.
Put that on the story. I'm getting up.
That question was so sick.
It was.
That's a lot.
Go for it. I'm gonna get it up.
How many hawks? 50.
Right, it was like 50 hawks.
How many rats?
10,000.
I got it here. I got it here.
Listen.
All right, here we go. Here it is, yeah. 50 hawks.
Yeah, 50 hawks.
10 crocodiles. 3 brown bears. And we've been picking up our brown bears. You know what I'm saying?
So they better be on your list.
15 wolves. I forgot about those ones. 1 hunter. I think the hunter has a gun, let's just say. 7 Cape buffalo. Bro. 10,000 rats. 5 gorillas. 4 lions. You must pick 2 that will defend you while the rest coming to kill you. Which one do you pick and why?
The rats just for the pure massive numbers.
That's what he said, isn't it? He said he said he has the killer hawks.
I would want the hawks too. But I said the hawks can listen. They're gonna be dropping bombs. They're gonna be
dropping bombs.
My hawks are gonna be flying down, just ripping through stuff. You know what I mean? Picking stuff up, taking it to the sky, dropping them off mountains. They ain't picking up no bear. Hey, how many? Wait, 50.
That's one bed. How many beds are 3?
There's 2.
I said I'm taking the 10,000 rats and the 3 bears.
That's what I was gonna go for.
I see.
The hunter is useless.
Yeah, the hunter's useless.
I don't care if he's got a rifle or not.
Yeah, he ain't doing. And if he's coming to kill me, 10,000 rats will destroy him.
Yeah.
Anyway, we all agree.
10,000 rats off. Especially if you get them New York rats. Yeah, them men are.
They're vicious.
Them things are wild.
They're bigger than cats and dogs, bro.
Them things are wild.
Yeah, 10,000 rats.
Yeah.
I might have to agree.
And have you ever seen I remember we're going so left, but
lions.
It was the Will Smith. I think it was Bad Boys or something. And that little clip where he puts the rat under the bucket.
And then he heats it.
And he's like talking. He's like, the rat has to find a way out, and he'll chew through like metal wire.
Chew through pipe.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Run with them rats, man.
So back to the first fire question.
I'm still going.
You're still going that. So like I said, next time when you lot are trying to make money, I said I'm coming to rob everyone. I'm coming to rob everyone. You're gonna say to me, nah. I'm gonna have 1 million rats. I'm gonna have rats all over the world.
I'm gonna be your inside.
Yeah. That you my friend. What do I need you for?
Because the rats can't talk to the
No, I don't need them to talk because all they need to
Listen.
know, everyone needs to know is this. Either you give me what I need or I'm sending 1 million rats to your house.
Okay, but how are you gonna articulate that to a Russian? Give me what I need or I'm gonna send rats.
Rat-
so I
rat-
can be your ally. I can say to him, listen, give him what he needs.
Google Translate. You got Google Translate. I don't need you. Google Translate. I don't need you. Do you know what? So we keep talking like it's 100 rats. 100 rats coming for you. Keep talking like 100 rats.
Well,
Hey,
Now
that's
that you
mad.
say it, I might change my mind though. The vast amount of animals that you can actually talk
Bro,
to
you
on the
can
planet
learn so much.
but how many times are you going to be in a situation where you're
But you
going to
can
have
put
to go
yourself
to
in
war
that.
You
with
can put
animals?
yourself-
Nah, not
Yeah,
war.
but
I'm just saying.
what?
Like,
You can learn so much.
but think of it. Think
for-
of it.
for
Think
an
of it, yeah.
educational
You
point.
can never, ever, ever, ever learn animals. It's never gonna happen. This thing. But you can learn another language.
one, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
You could-
two.
Exactly.
Maybe 5.
But you'd
Exactly.
I'm
never
not
be able
going
to
to
speak
learn
animals.
but I'm not going to learn.
But are you gonna go to
every
everywhere
language
in the world? But you're not gonna go everywhere.
But
in the
you'll
world.
think about like in Hindu or Punjabi, in India, they probably speak 4 languages within that. So that's just one. How many in Africa? How many different languages do you
Or
get
dialects.
that they speak in Africa? I still go language.
Still.
Yeah.
Wanda, you still stick with the
Nah,
language?
I'm gonna change to the animals.
Oh.
10,000 rats.
Jump
10,000 rats.
I'm not-
Sweet.
Yeah, 10,000 rats sweet because.
You know he doesn't
Hey,
actually have
listen.
10,000 rats.
Hey,
Hey,
listen,
10,000.
bro, imagine that.
Are you
Only, like,
crazy?
spiders, every other house but mine. Like, do you know how calm your house? Like, there be no
Bro.
ants, no nothing, everything
Oh,
protecting your
man.
yard. It'd be wonderful. Hey, listen.
Wonderful. You could do,
No
you could
bird
do
shit on
so
your car. Hey, listen.
I can get one of my whales, my big blue whales, to come. Listen, I'm just gonna jump in this market. Just take me
Take
over.
me-
Take me,
yeah, man.
take me Anguilla Cook or something, man.
Hey, listen.
Free accommodation or something, man.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
sit on a golden eagle to ride.
Right, I'll get like a hole in one of the things and like get them 2 dolphins.
You guys,
Do you know what I'm
you
saying?
two-
Nah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Are
I'm
you
on board.
fucking
I'm
with me
on
now?
board.
Are you fucking with
Hey,
me now?
listen, you
Think
sway me.
about the
Hey, listen.
power and what you
sway
can
me.
become,
You
G.
sway me. I'm being swayed. I'm not
Nah.
like, you swayed. Yeah.
Animals, exactly.
I've been swayed. I didn't think of it like that. I've been swayed. I've been
Nah.
swayed. Every animal
Hey.
on the planet.
Every
Talk about
animal.
sick
Just
animals.
me.
I mean, the elephants are going with
Just
just
me.
yeah, nah.
Oh, all right. Next question. That's crap me
Man
up.
said quick fire. It took 10 minutes.
Half episode. I'm about to do the question. I'm about to do the questions.
Literally 10
We got the
minutes.
next one. I don't know if it's gonna be as long. Hey, keep talking to me. I'm getting 100 rats in me. Keep talking to me. I'm gonna get them 100 rats. I promise. All right. What does a person need to be happy? Switch this right up.
Person needs to be happy.
I'm guessing languages you're gonna choose. I'm guessing languages.
You'll choose a rat.
10,000 rats.
What does a person need to be happy?
Yeah. What does a person
I'm
need
gonna
to be
say
happy?
self-love.
I was going along them lines.
Self-love. You can have everything you want in the world, but if you don't love and appreciate you and love, I don't think you could ever truly say you're a happy person.
Damn.
Yeah. My mind
Homie
was
hit
going-
a home run with that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
For real.
You can't disagree.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
Yeah. But what
am I
was your
10,000 rats?
I love
Am I
myself.
10,000 rats? But 10,000 rats gonna
Yeah,
love
yeah.
me, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's deep though. That is deep. Simi, what's your answer? You can't use his one. Don't even try it.
But that was the way I was swaying.
Nah,
towards.
nah.
What else but than self-love?
Yes. What else do you need?
What else do you need apart from self-love? Good support system and genuine people around you, I think.
Yeah? No.
Because if you're good within yourself and you know everyone in your circle is for you, not just that's from a selfish point of view, but they want the best for you, you want the best for them, they support you, they're there for you, good, bad, blah, blah, blah. I think it makes a huge difference.
What about you?
Yeah, definitely what you two said, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think, yeah, self-love is definitely
hit the nail
core.
on the head,
Yeah,
yeah.
nail in the head. I think I don't think you can get a better answer than that. Really,
Yeah.
no disrespect to me, but the next one was also really good. So now I'm just fighting for bronze. I think without touching on what you two have said, I think for me it's peace. I think you need peace. What that looks like is obviously different for other people.
Everyone. Yeah.
But I think you need peace. And whether that's the self-love, it might be a little bit different to self-love, but I think you need that peace within yourself and your world to be happy.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs? You heard that?
The what?
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's like a little pyramid, and like it's got like a bottom row. It's like 3 tiers or whatever it is, and like the bottom row is like shelter, food, safety, and that like that. And you can't fulfill the other ones if you haven't fulfilled like the bottom row.
Interesting.
So we use it like for kids
Yeah.
and stuff like that in school and stuff. But yeah, and it's like that. So and it's a bit like what you're going on is like, what do you need to be happy? Well, you know, if you haven't got a roof over your head and you don't feel safe, you don't have food, can you ever be happy? And like, yeah, it's called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Interesting.
So we've just mentioned 3 things there.
Yeah.
Would you say you have those 3 things in your life? Peace, self-love, and a support system, let's say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So would you say you are happy? That was the question, isn't it? What's it?
Yeah. What does a person
happy.
need to be happy? Yeah. Like, and I'm saying yes because I'm thinking like I always want to be better and I want to try
Yes,
and
yeah,
so
yeah,
but removing that element.
Yeah. If you strip the layers,
Yeah,
away, innit?
stripping that away.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of saying, in like a half kind of way. Yeah, because the community, 100%. I do have peace within my world, within myself, within my mini community, or whatever. And I do have self love. I mean, come on, man, damn.
Have you always
see,
had
boy.
self-love?
Have I always had self love?
Same to yourself.
Because you know what it is. See, for me, like, and this is me again getting a bit older and stuff. Confidence isn't necessarily self love.
Yes.
Like, that doesn't really equal that. Although it can seem as well, if you're confident, then you
Anyone can appear confident.
Yeah. So self love. No, I'm not going to say I've always had it. No, that's definitely. I'd be a lie if I said yes. No. I think that's something that you have to go through your life to learn how to do it better. And I think with that comes understanding your flaws, understanding your strengths. I think it has to kind of begin with those kind of elements. But no, I wouldn't say I have always. No, I wouldn't say I've always.
No, I wouldn't
No.
say no.
Me either. I think through age, through time, through experiences, you definitely learn about self-love. And I think, as you said, when you're younger, you think you love yourself. I think when you're younger, you probably have like more of an arrogant kind of view on life where it's all about me. But yeah, definitely self-love comes with age and wisdom, I say.
It does. All right, last question. This is meant to be quick fire, man. I can't do nothing quick with you guys,
This
man.
is going to be quick fire.
Yeah, apparently.
No, this one will be.
All right, actually, this one will be, because it's a quick question. I should have started with this one. Invisibility or super strength?
Invisibility.
Visibility.
You lot are creeps, right? You two are a bunch of creeps. That's basically what it is. You two are a bunch of creeps and a bunch of spies.
So you're going superpower.
I'm just saying, listen,
you're going
you were like,
superpower.
invisibility. Now, I wonder why.
Are you
I wonder why.
us or are you super
I'm just saying, I really just clocked how quick you two were to do that. So you weren't thinking, oh, super strength, and I can help people if someone's like, car is like on top of them, I can pick it up and you know what I mean? I can almost be a superhero, but you don't want to be a creep kind of superhero.
I just don't want to be a superhero.
I don't want to be a creep.
Why is he a creep superhero?
I want to be a creep.
Why is he
You asked a question.
Because I know the invisibility ain't for nothing good.
What mine is,
What's your-
mine's going to be,
what's
I'm
it
going to
gonna
be
be good?
like what Stranger Things does. Get into those like secret meetings, hear what they're doing, see what they're planning.
Truth
and
revealing.
then, yeah.
It's like,
What are you doing?
nah,
Where did you go?
one are trying to get in the strip club for free. That's what one is like. That's just sat there. You two.
Dead.
What are you doing? Visibility as well?
I don't know. Do you know what?
would.
Honestly, I don't know. Because super strength, like I guess, and I'm doing what you do. How strong is super strength though?
You can lift anything.
Hulk.
Like, yeah.
Like
just-
Hulk.
You can
The
just do
angrier
whatever you want.
get, the stronger you get.
Oh man, guys.
What is the need to be so strong?
I'll go, guys. On answers before you answer that. Do you think you'd be more of a threat to the government, super strength or invisible?
Invisible.
You think?
Yeah. If they can't see you, they're taking you out, bro.
Yeah, you're doing
As soon as you come back, in your thing, dead.
Yeah.
Snipers waiting for you, like it's crazy.
Well,
But
they won't
you'd
know
be
where you are.
"Zit dead."
Hey.
They won't know where you are.
But that would
They
be
would
more.
find you.
That
They'd
is
have
so
to.
That is, I
worrying
agree.
for them,
Yeah.
They
and they
have
wouldn't.
to.
But they couldn't talk.
Bruv,
They won't be able to do nothing.
They have
Yeah.
to.
So yeah, super chef. They'll just be like, yeah, cool, like you know.
But they would try and control you, and they wouldn't.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But
powers
then
that
I'll
be.
become like a. Let me relax.
Huh?
I'm just saying, I'd become like a type of hero in the world.
Right.
You know, that does good things for good people.
Okay.
Sure.
You know.
By being invisible.
I don't know about that. Anyways. So yeah, guys, we were meant to talk about some other stuff, but that hasn't happened. But you know what? It's been good. It's been really, really good. Joel, thanks for obviously coming. Simi.
You too.
Hopefully, when Simi comes back on, she's going to be able to speak a different language, guys. So, you know, watch out for the next episode. And obviously, audience, thank you for coming. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, please subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And we hope to see you again soon. Take care.